to the Love of Lapidary Podcast, episode number 8, our after Thanksgiving show. I'm Courtney King. Um, that's Andrew and Ryan. That's Dave. That's Brad. We are all real happy to be back. We don't have a subject tonight. We're just going to hang out and talk about Thanksgiving and food and rocks and just do what we do. So, hi guys.
Hello.
Howdy.
How
Good
are
to
you?
see everybody.
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks. It was
Working
weird.
Been keeping busy, I hope.
What'd you say, Andrew?
Been keeping busy, I hope.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Twyla. J&B Broadhounding. Who is that? I should know by now who that is.
Jeff and Victoria Gilreath.
Ah, okay. Hi. Oh, yeah, JNB. That makes sense. Wow.
Yeah, that's their YouTube channel. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, it's really cool. They're constantly cutting agates on there or showing different types of agate specimens. They're very knowledgeable too. So.
Yeah. They're a fun channel to watch.
And speaking of
Frank.
that, Andrew, I want to see that necklace you're wearing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, that's that cap you showed the other day, right? Hey, Chris.
There you go.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
look at that.
He did a really nice job on that.
Man,
So
I'm telling
Andrew
you guys,
has his own art style when it comes to cabbing.
He
so
does.
he
And I
doesn't
like it.
dome the corners.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
do that.
I love watching his style come alive because it is different. You don't see a lot of people cabbing like that, and it's beautiful. You do a wonderful job with it.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody cab like that. I'm telling you, everybody, you got to go check out his stuff that he's been making. I'm really impressed, and I'm not easy to impress.
Right?
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're
He's
doing
been
a good job
making
with it,
equally
man.
as good stuff. Don't let him lead you
Did
astray.
you see that graveyard point plume he did the other day? Oh my
I got to admit, that
goodness.
thing is something else.
Mhm.
I was
The
so shocked.
depth in that cab, I was
Yeah.
just like, wow. It's amazing.
If I knew how to
Amazing.
paste it, I could pull it off of Facebook and paste it in here. But I have to say, I was impressed over that one.
Yeah. Well, and that's, I'm going to, we kind of talked about it a little bit in the pre-game, pre-show chat. Hey, Scott. Hey, Kelly. About pulling some pictures, and I need to play around with that and figure out how do we show
Paste
pictures in this. Yeah, because you can. It's just, I just got to take the time to figure it out, or I got to get Andrew to take the time to figure it out for me. So that we can do exactly that, because we do need to be sharing not only our stuff that we're doing that we're proud of, but all the stuff that the people are sharing in the group, because that was
Right,
kind of the whole point of
absolutely.
doing the group, right? So how was everybody's Thanksgiving?
I got 4 solid days of playing in my shop.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't care about the
Nice.
food. There
I
were
was
people
gonna
in
say,
my
That's just because
house.
you pissed the wife off, Dave.
Right? I was going to say,
Hey,
did you
you know.
spend any time with the family or anything?
Oh, I went in for small bits here and there. We didn't have a really big shindig. I mean, the kids finally, most of them came over at the end of, I think they ended up coming over Saturday.
Okay.
And so we
okay.
didn't have a whole
That
lot
was
on Thanksgiving Day.
Okay. I saw.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see Frank's? He posted the picture of the
Spam turkey? Oh,
That was
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Spam turkey, bud.
Carved.
And I
Yeah.
loved Twyla's comment on it too, or the what was it, the stuffed possum that you posted too, Frank? Oh wow, that's cool.
See, look at that.
That's what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, this
right?
is Petoskey Stone also.
Okay.
And by the way, if you guys are doing Petoskey, use them.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
Well,
amazing.
And that one that Andrew's wearing, the polish you got on Andrew for
Amazing,
Petoskey?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Yeah, so it's
Absolutely.
technically like a bro's piece.
We both work on
Yeah,
it.
because we both work
Okay.
on every piece that we do. Because
Nice.
I either final polish it or I'll shape it and he'll polish it. So
Okay.
That's a
really
phenomenal
cool.
polish. Yeah.
Well, it truly
No, that's
is
great.
a Glacier Bros collaborative effort. That's wonderful. I love that.
So
What
it's a
about
GB
you, Brad? How
Incorporated.
was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. I went down to the big city to spend it with my sisters and mom and dad. So Nothing too overly exciting. Cooked dinner here, threw it in the cooler, kept it warm, went to Salt Lake.
There you go. There you go. I don't have any Petoskey stone either. None.
That's crazy cool.
All right, the bros are gonna have to get some Petoskey
Yeah,
stone.
get some Petoskey and we need some.
I was just sitting
Yeah,
on
I have none. I've never had any.
Do you want a
Gotcha.
palm size stone or do you want a face size stone?
Say that again?
Palm
Face
size,
sized. Face
Oh,
size.
Do they
No,
come
I
that
know,
way?
Jeff. I was just joking with him.
Okay. What did you guys do for Thanksgiving? Anything special? Fun?
We went over to my kid's great grandma's house and had a big shindig. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, nice. Nice. Very
bunch
nice.
of good food, good people.
There you
Spend
go.
time with my littles and Andrew.
There you go. There you go. That's what it's about. I cooked everything. It was fun. I had a couple people over that didn't have anywhere to go. And my parents came up. My son came up to eat upstairs for the first time in 5 years. So that was kind of cool.
If something ever happens to you, I'm going to fight for you to be Saint Courtney. You help so many people. I'm serious. It's crazy how many people that you help.
I am so far from being a saint, but thank you.
All saints are far from being a saint. It's their actions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I just, one of the girls that works for me and the girl that's doing my social media stuff, they just didn't have anything to do. So I was like, why don't you come to our house? I'm cooking anyway.
Mhm.
A lot of extra food, so come on over. But it was nice. It was real nice. We played some pool on the pool table, which is the first time we've used it in probably 3 years.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah, well, we had it refelted 2 years ago, and it's just been sitting, So it was time to get it out. Me and my dad played four games. We're the only ones that played, but we played 4 games, and he beat me every single game. So,
That's what dads are for.
That's right. That's right.
I never go easy on my kids. They get so mad, and I'm like,
yeah. And then he texted me afterwards, and he said, "Thank you for letting me win at pool." And I'm like, "You're really old, man. I did not let you win." But, okay, thanks for thinking that. Appreciate you. I did
just
all right,
humbled me,
though.
old man. That's all that happened.
Yep. Yes. If we keep the cover on, it could be an eating table all day long.
Oh yeah.
So, what's new in the rock world? Anything fun and exciting going on in your rock endeavors?
We have, on top of our 5 live sales a week, we've also been doing 5 live cutting shows.
Those are so awesome.
We're doing 10 shows a week now.
That's a
What do you
lot
mean
of
live
shows.
cutting
On the
show?
workload, but man, it is so fun.
They're doing these live shows where they're cutting open either agates or they did coconut agates the other day. They're agates
Yep,
too,
coconut
right?
geodes. Yeah, that was a lot of
Coconut
fun.
geodes. That was really cool. And they literally who wants to buy, these 2 for $20 or whatever. And then they
Okay.
cut them. They cut them open right there on the show and show people,
It's fun. You could literally come in and spend nothing,
Yeah,
and it is so much fun.
I had such a good time the other night on that one because everybody's chatting back and forth. It was just a really good, and I didn't spend any money, but it was neat. It was really neat because you're buying them sight unseen, and then if it's a dud, they're so cool. These guys. If it's if there's nothing good inside of it, they just okay, we'll throw it in the dud pile. Let's get you another one.
Yeah.
Until they find one that's a good cut. So it was.
I don't even weigh it. I don't care if it's bigger. It's not going to be smaller. It's always at least the same size or bigger. That's
Right.
That's how
Right,
it is.
right. Yes, Twyla, I agree with that. It's like unwrapping presents, right?
Yeah.
What about you,
Usually
Brad?
gift
What's new in
wrapping.
your rock world? Anything fun?
No, not really. I haven't been able to turn on a polishing machine, a cab machine, nothing for months.
Oh my goodness!
goodness.
Well,
Between-
because you're building a store and you're building a house and you're Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just Monica's keeping the store running for us
there. You go.
and doing all that, and I'm just doing construction. So
You need to
Okay.
look at somebody and be like, I need an afternoon, please.
Yeah.
I would go insane. Months. No, I
Part of my
recluse
problem
mind.
is I can't even get into my cab machine and stuff right now because it's so full of everything else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's driving me
Wow.
crazy.
Well, I am really sorry about your luck, honey. You need to hurry up and get that stuff done so you can start doing some fun stuff
No,
again.
rock therapy is a real thing.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
I don't know. When you're sitting there cutting a cab or you're like working on a project, I feel like your mental focus is just there. It's not on anything else that's around you.
It-
You're just
100%.
focused on what you're doing. You're
Yeah.
out of it.
The
It's
rest
a-
of the world goes away.
Yeah, it's like a little Zen zone, right? For me, it's very meditative. Whatever,
Yep,
like
it's sure.
well, like you just said, the whole world just goes away, and I can just do what I want to do at my own pace. You know, Dave, what's going on in your rock world? Anything fun?
Hey, make some nice cabs over the holidays.
Yes, you have been beautiful.
Last
cabs.
couple of days
Some
haven't got to do
gorgeous ones.
anything. That one that we were talking about, sometimes you look at something, and I've had that piece of I don't know, I slabbed that up, I don't know how long ago, that Graveyard Point,
Mhm.
and I'd had it for a long time. But sometimes you get a piece of material and you start on it, you almost have to have no talent at all. That was just such a great piece of material that it just, it's like it cabbed itself.
Isn't that
And,
beautiful when that happens?
oh yeah, and you don't get that every day. I mean, that was just a
No,
phenomenal
that's for
piece
sure.
of material.
That's for
And
sure.
I hadn't
so-
cabbed in a week, and the other day we were going through showing some uke in the middle of our show, and I saw this piece, and it was red on top and yellow, like spotted cow on the bottom with purple, and
Oh,
then it had
wow.
a perfect line going through it.
wow.
And I was like,
Did
I
you
picked it
throw
up
that
off
in?
the table.
Did you throw
After
that
the
in
show
my
was over, I
box,
cut
or
it.
are you keeping that for yourself? What's going on with that one?
Now, I am waiting for my Christmas present to show up, because my
Yes.
wife got me a new camera kit, and it will have 3 cameras when it's done.
I'm
So
excited to see.
I can, matter of fact, I got mounts
Oh,
that come
yeah.
down from underneath my
Nice.
cabinet that will hold my tablet, and it connects to the tablet and everything. So if I want to go to a different camera, I just go camera 2 and I'll walk over to camera 2. Or if I want camera 3, I'll walk over to camera 3. And
Dave's
so,
about to be super professional. Wow.
oh, I'm looking forward to that, because sometimes, like I made that video the other day for the rock tumbler for Highland Park.
Yeah.
And you're standing there trying to find, okay, where am I at on the camera?
the
I can't really
angle,
tell.
yeah.
I have no way to monitor it. Well, this goes to the monitor, so I can use my tablet up on that
That's cool. That's
piece
real
that I
cool.
can monitor what I'm doing. I'm really excited about that, because I like doing those videos. And
Yeah.
so
And
this
you
will
do-
allow
you do-
me
you do
to
well
do
with
some
them,
kind of like
too.
these guys do.
Right.
You know.
You
Yeah,
want
we're gonna
to
start making
have
shorts.
a pendant of Norina. Norina's pretty.
That was my first cab.
Norina?
Norina?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
got
think that's one of
a
the first things I ever cut. Like
Yeah, I got
ever.
a bunch of Norina somewhere. I don't cut it very often, but it is nice.
So right when we started, we kind of just went crazy and just dove into a bunch of stuff. We had no idea what we were doing.
Oh, nothing.
Yeah.
No idea. We just bought so much stone in the beginning.
Right.
But the first piece that we ever unwrapped and like messed with was a big old chunk of Norina.
It was
Nice.
so good.
It took me
Nice.
forever to cut that thing on that tile saw we had. We did
Frank,
it though.
your wife is the
That's
best. Everybody
Whose wife?
has a wife like Frank's.
Oh,
I
And
bought him a
Dave's.
cab machine
Here
for
it is.
Christmas.
Yeah. Frank got a
Actually
cab
didn't even
machine,
make him
Dave got a
wait.
camera. That's awesome. Now you know you're getting nothing under the tree now, though, Frank.
It's because Twyla's an
Twyla.
angel.
Except for some
Twyla better have
spam.
some cabs under the tree. Is
That's
what
a
I'm
nice
hearing.
Yeah,
piece.
exactly. That's
isn't that a nice
of
piece?
Norina.
Have you seen the new Dormammu Jasper coming out?
The what?
Is it
Dormammu?
Is that-
Dormammu, I've come
No,
to
hold on.
negotiate.
I really think that's what it's called, bro. I gotta look it up now. It's like
Dormammu?
Norina. It's out of Australia, the same, but there is no yellow in it.
Oh,
Hey, I
really?
do got one excitement gets to happen this year. I am leaving here on like the 11th of January and
Yeah.
gonna go spend 3 weeks at the Tucson show.
Oh, nice.
oh man!
Wow.
Oh, you'll get your rock fix there for sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Well,
Yeah. That's
and
my
it's a
goal for
pain.
next year.
And it's a paying gig. All room and board, gas, everything's paid for. So I
There you
fell
go.
into a pile of crap.
Sounds
How
like you're
did you
having
Wow.
pull
a
that
vacation
off? That's
to me, man.
awesome.
I had a gentleman that I've dealt a lot of rocks with ask me and Miss Monica to go spend 3 weeks down and help him sell in his big booth in Tucson.
That's
Y'all know
awesome.
Tyree. Y'all know
Yeah,
Tyree
yeah.
Lamp.
Of course.
So I'm going down to sell dinosaur bone and whatever he has down in Tucson. So it's going to be pretty dang awesome to an all expense paid trip to my first Tucson show and get to check it out. So
That's great.
I
See,
love
comes right
Tyree
back.
Lamp.
Absolutely
he's going
proves
to
it's not what you
Tucson,
know, but
too.
who you know.
yeah,
It's
100%.
called Damu Jasper.
Damu Jasper.
Damu.
Interesting.
DAMU.
Okay.
DAMU.
Okay. Chris said he's going to be in Tucson too, so you'll have to look him up, Chris, at Tyree's booth. DAMU, you say?
Yes.
Brad, I'm gonna be upset if I'm not getting some cool pictures and stuff, dude.
You know?
Oh, I'll
You're
take.
literally gonna be working with huge dinosaurs. I know, Tyree. Don't hold back on me, bro. If you see a slab, take a picture and be like, bro, you want this? I'll send you the money.
Yeah,
you know
me
I
too. Me too.
You guys, I am very fortunate that I get to spend quite a bit of time at Tyree's place. And if you want to talk about slabs of dinosaur bone, that'll just blow your mind.
Yeah.
I quit looking at the dinosaur bone slabs because some of them I look at and it's like, that's the most gorgeous piece. And then you look at it, it's a 3.5 inch slab and it's got $190 price tag on it. And you go, oh
Worth it,
my
though.
God.
No,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you don't realize the cut caps sell for $400 or $500.
Oh,
Yeah,
exactly.
people know.
And I understand that, but it's like, wow.
See, and I'm that risky. I'm that guy. I'll do it. I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
I'll do it.
Gonna
all day.
say, I've been fortunate enough to open his special cabinet that has vertebrae and stuff that are just canary yellows and
Yeah.
some of the most gorgeous dino bone I've ever had the opportunity to see.
Yeah.
Wait.
Tyree's
So how long
going
you been
to-
doing this for, Brad? How long you been doing this?
Oh heck, I probably 8 or 9 years now anyways.
Oh my gosh,
So,
Brad.
hold on. So we've been in a group together for like almost 2 years, and I have not seen one picture of a cool stone, Brad. What are you even talking about?
Brad's got that undercover stuff going on
No,
over there.
I am horrible of just drooling and not even thinking about taking a picture.
Right.
I'm horrible for that.
You need to start sending me messages before you go to Tyree's so I can be like, Brad, picture.
Absolutely.
And then 30 minutes later, I'll be like, Brad, send me a picture.
Oh,
Brad, if
Yep.
you ever see purple or pink,
I'll get down there. I'll
Okay.
make a special trip and make sure I'm there with the camera and get some pictures and send you all some stuff. But I gotta say, he took me into the dinosaur room a couple of days ago when I was down there. And he's got a whole pile of turtle shells out of the Green River Formation. Whole turtles.
Oh wow.
Anywhere from that was one that was 6 or 8 inches up to probably 18 inches sitting in there.
Wow.
He had one that was like 30 something inches that he donated to a museum back east somewhere.
That's cool.
And orthodont skulls.
Haha, Lucky, what's
wow.
up?
I was gonna say, have you guys ever heard and seen Smoky Mountain Relic Room, the Chasing Pipes?
Yeah.
If his videos, he's done a lot of videos with Tyree digging bone, and they call it the pig dog bear skulls.
Yeah.
Those were pretty darn cool. It was pretty awesome. I enjoy visiting Tyree and checking out his stuff.
I bet. Wow, that's cool. I
Yeah,
love
but I'll
that
tell
you're
you.
close enough that you can do that too. That's so neat.
Smart people,
I'm so
when they
far
go
away
there,
from everything.
they stay away from all of that stuff and they sit on top of the $25 a bucket pile for a reason.
Oh, I promise his $25 a bucket pile
It's
has
just
some
Oh,
pretty good stuff in it.
yes,
It
it
really
does.
does.
I have 5 buckets of it here.
Do you? I might be
Gonna
talking
say,
trips in.
I've got to the point now though that I just sit there and listen to Tyree's dinosaur stories and what he's finding out collecting, and Monica does all the looking and whatever she's gonna do while she's around, and I'm just talking to him about what he found at his last dinosaur trip. But
Right. I
See, that's
think,
when it's beneficial to have a wife who doesn't like rocks.
Yeah,
well,
right.
my wife loves rocks.
She doesn't spend any money.
Do you remember the purple with the silver tribecula? Is that right?
Tribecula.
Tribecula. I'll get it right one of these days. That I cut the 3 or 4 cabs of, I don't know, last year. You remember, Ryan?
Yeah, I remember.
That came from the stuff that we got from Tyree.
Oh.
Back a while ago.
Yeah, Brad, if you find, you need to ask Tyree if he has a purple cell chunk. We need like a piece.
Yeah, or 5.
The stuff that's got purple cells.
Purple, blue, or pink.
I will.
All
I know. I know he's had some blue stuff down there and some pink stuff. I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
I'll make special notes and make sure I send pictures.
If you don't mind, that would be great. Everybody likes the reds and the yellows, and those are the only 2. Like, I want all the other colors.
I want the orange.
Yeah, see, all yellow is
Jeff wants
very
red.
rare and expensive.
Oh,
all
it
yellow.
is.
Yeah.
I know,
Yep.
but I don't like it.
No, my personal favorite ever is the red, where it's like crimson red
Right.
with
and
white
that's what Jeff is-
tribecula.
That's what
It's-
Jeff
Oh yeah,
love
that's
it.
pretty.
Absolutely love it.
yeah,
Now, Courtney,
Jeff
the
wants
stuff
the
that
red.
you've seen that's yellow that you don't like, is it that a little bit more of a mustard yellow, or is it that bright canary yellow?
I just don't like yellow.
You just don't like the yellow. I like the canary yellow.
It's
I don't
not
like
that I don't like the cabs that people cut, and it's not that I don't think it's pretty. It is. I'm just not a
your
yellow
color.
person. Yeah.
The only time I like the yellow bone is when it's like yellow and orange with like really good like photogenic agate cells. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then black tribecula, like where it
Yeah,
just pops.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that contrast.
Yeah, and those are beautiful. But do you have one of the purples? Okay. I couldn't
You should
remember
send a
what
picture
the
to Courtney so
plant.
she could show it up on the screen real quick. That'd be cool.
I'd have to know how to do that. Right.
Oh, I thought you did
I
that
don't
during the
know how
Sherman
to-
show. My bad.
No, I don't know how. Oh, and you know what I did? I did a video. I did a video with the Sherman show. I don't remember how I did it though. That's a whole nother question. I'll play
I did it
around with
once.
I'll play around with it. But if you
What's going on?
remember on the
Not
the
recommended.
new sharing page, the sharing group that I did, I put up the one that Denise Kipke made. You know what I'm talking about?
Sorry, Andrew asked me a question. Go one more time.
You know the sharing group that I made
Yeah.
where I put up the one Denise Kipke made, the ornament shape one. It's the same thing, but Kelly has one that's a different shape. I think she may have one of the teardrops or something. I don't remember. But yeah, that I've never seen anything like that slab, and it breaks my heart that I didn't save one of the caps for myself. You know. So
Yeah, we got lots of those. The one that got away. There's never in the rock industry when you do what we do. There's never the one that got away. It's the ton that got away.
It's the bazillion. Yeah,
The
that's
ton
right.
that got away.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I always
No
think, I'll
kidding.
find more, right? I'll find more. Yeah, no. I will probably never, ever find
And you
something
find out that like
like
a
that
mine
again.
run ran out or they stopped mining it, and you're just like, oh, I'm
Right.
never gonna get a piece like I had
Yeah.
ever
That
again.
Angle.
An
Okay.
8-pound piece of blue lace, solid face, like that big, solid bands. It was crazy. Sold it.
Sharon said one of her rock gurus in her area has dino caps that have opalized cells.
Oh, that's
How
my
cool
dream
would
piece.
that
That
That's my dream
is,
piece.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
That's
for the
something that needs
unusual
to be
material.
like taken to a fine jewelry place
right.
and set in gold,
Right,
not in silver.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
that's true Holy Grail.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
it doesn't get better than that for bone. It
Right.
legit doesn't.
Right.
Real bone.
Unless you could find, I don't think gold really works like this, but unless you could find, like, what about gold? If you could find where it had been a gold replacement.
Like gold
The
Jim
tribecula.
Bone.
same way you find pyritic.
I don't think it works like that.
Opalized cells with gold tribecula. How cool would that be?
That'd be crazy. Even if somebody took the time to make a piece of art that was a cab like that, it would be worth stupid money.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they'd have to do, I would think, because I don't think gold.
What a
works like that.
cool Antarctica design, though.
Oh,
Right?
for sure.
A bunch of black opals with gold
Yes.
inlay in between. It would be big money. Big
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, that'd be. What about platinum, Loki said?
Yeah,
I'm a
I
pla-
don't
I
think
like
it works
platinum.
that way
Yeah.
either.
I like platinum. To be honest, everything I wear is silver. I'm a silver guy. Like, I'm not really a gold person. I like silver way more.
Me too. Still have pyritized bone that I got from the raffle. Oh, Sharon got a
That's
pyritized
big
bone
A
from
long
Nice.
time ago.
Nice,
Long time ago.
nice. I still have mine
That's when
too.
Volga was open and we could get it for cheap.
Right. I still have mine too. It's right there in that shadow box next to the carving. I feel like I had
Oh,
one
she-
to cut too, but I don't know where it's at.
She has like a piece.
Yeah, I got a big piece.
I got to see a whole vertebrae that was pyetized. That was pretty awesome.
That would be
I've
cool.
seen
what?
pictures of them.
A whole vertebrae that's
Is it
pyritized.
Ichthyosaurus?
I can't remember what species it was, to be honest.
Was
That's-
it like this or was it like this?
It was probably a little bigger than a softball.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, Ichthyosaurus.
Tyree has some of that, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Look, Brad.
Yes.
Brad,
Yeah.
killing it.
Tyree's got everything when it comes to dino bone. It's
Not just
stupid
Dino Bone.
crazy.
In that Rock Yard, Tyree legit has everything.
Everything.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
gonna
you know,
say if I'm very fortunate to have Tyree so close because it is. I don't care. It's definitely he has. I tell most people he has everything that you didn't know you need,
yeah,
and then
right?
some.
You know, it's funny because when I message Tyree, I'll be like, "Hey, I'm looking for this," and he'll be like, "What grade do you want?" Okay, I want
Exactly.
you know, high grade. Okay, what colors do you want? How high grade are you talking about? What are you trying to spend per pound? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I know which pile to look in for you. And I'm like, oh my God, like I want the best of the best, but I probably can't afford it. But okay, let's look at, this amount per pound. Let's talk about that. It's crazy. I haven't messaged him in a while. I guess maybe I should probably do that.
Gotta say I'm in awe every time I go down there and see the piles and piles of new stuff that he brings in all
Yeah.
the time.
Well, usually you send somebody a message and say, hey, do you have any dino bone? And they send you back, some pictures of just dino bone. Tyree's like, what color cells do you want?
Yeah.
What colors are you looking for? What?
You-
Really?
do you want-
dude? Seriously?
Do you want
He probably has
calcified
so
or do
much
you want
to eat, he
agatized?
just, like,
Exactly. Yep.
has-
And
he's
he's
trying to fill your request to the best that he
and
possibly
he does, yep. And he does it so quickly though too. Like within 24 hours, you've got all the pictures of exactly what you just told him you wanted.
Yep.
Yep.
And guys, his rock yard is huge. It's not
Right.
just dinosaur bone, guys. He has everything.
No,
He's got everything else too. Yeah.
you
No,
you
Brad,
name it, it's there.
since you're going over there, and I didn't even think about going to Tyree, and I've been looking for a piece of Salomalane.
Yeah, send me a message, Dave, so I remember
Okay.
and I'll ask him.
All right, yeah.
I don't know
I'm
why
finding
you
it.
would be looking for Salomalane.
It's getting hard to get. Evidently, I haven't been able to find
It
it.
is
I love
horrible in your
It's
soul, but as a
beautiful.
finished product, it is
But it is
amazing.
such a
It
pain
is.
in the butt to cut. Like I'll cut covalite. Like I don't mind being messy. I like the messy rocks, but I don't like cutting Salomalane. Something about
I just
it
love the way it looks when
irritates
it's all
me.
done.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I happen to have one piece that was extra difficult, and it just turned me off of it.
Actually, it does bleed.
Did it
know
have the
what I mean?
plumes in it?
Of course.
Oh yeah,
Why
I
would
like
you
it.
cut it
I
if
like
it
the
doesn't
heavy
have
plume.
plumes in it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen some of it that just has the swirls, but I want the stuff with the plume.
Yeah, no, I want the plumes and the
Write that
silver
down.
crown.
Hey,
It's
Yeah,
Frank,
Oh,
just
sorry.
look up Utah Dump Diggers on Facebook. That is Tyree's Facebook page.
Yep,
you got
yep.
paper.
Utah Dump Digger.
And it is
Yes, I
definitely,
got you, man.
if he doesn't have it,
It doesn't
I'd be
exist.
surprised.
Yeah, he's got everything you could possibly want in Dinobone.
And not just Dino Bone,
Everything.
agates,
Oh yeah, all
petrified
kinds of rocks.
wood,
Yeah,
Jasper. I mean, you name it, he has it. It's not just Dino Bone; it's
Right.
everything.
Guys,
I would
spent
dare.
hours.
yeah, and super nice guy too.
Do you have contact inflammation for Tyree? You're so ridiculous, Frank. Frank, it's Utah Dump Diggers on Facebook, and he won't just leave you sitting there unread. He will
No,
answer you.
he will read the message and he will get back to you.
He
I was
also,
really surprised the first time I messaged him how quickly he got back to me.
He
got
straight
another.
up FaceTimes me when I call him. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah.
want some of this? Come out here. Let's walk out here," and just walks me out there and gets me the exact piece I point to on the camera, and then we're
Right.
done.
Right. That's
It's
awesome.
always hilarious, like when you do that on the phone and you're like pointing.
Right.
Like they have no idea where the hell
Right.
you're pointing at. You know what I mean?
That one
I want that one right
That one
there.
right
Can't you?
there.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Nope. 3 more to the right. Nope, my right, not yours.
You can spend hours just going through his $5 bin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's just so much of it.
I think a person could go and spend 2 days at Tyree's shop
Mhm.
from the time he opens to the time he closes and not see everything he has available.
Yeah.
Right. Those are the fun places to go.
And
I
he
guess
has
I
a
should
price
be
range.
Thankful I don't live close to him.
He's got stuff that's almost free. He's got stuff that you don't even want to know the price of.
Right.
He's one of those guys that when he buys the collection, there's always 5-gallon buckets that are just dumped out in the driveway.
Right.
And those are for the little kids to come rock counting in his driveway.
There you go.
Or like the stuff that we were digging, it was brought in a dump truck and just
Yep.
put piles of it out there. And Kirsten and I sat on top of those piles for 4 hours.
Nice.
And I even got a fist-sized piece of the purple stuff from there in Utah. My brain just went blank.
Tiffany stone.
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Yeah, I got a chunk of Tiffany out of that, and it was in my $25 bucket of stuff.
Nice. Wow. Very cool. So, what's coming up for you guys in the near future?
Well, no, that's not in the near future. I started to say retirement, but that's not happening in the near future.
No, we're trying to get some higher end agates to do on our live cutting shows.
Nice.
I'm also looking into thunder eggs and geodes, stuff
Yep.
like that too.
Cool. Very cool.
We're
Right.
thinking
Yeah.
about doing live cabbing shows, like showing people a slab and asking them what shape that they want, and then just telling them a price and doing it live.
That would
That could be fun.
interesting. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Well,
Frank, cabbing, and then cabbing.
So you guys know I work in the state mental institution, and I actually had one of the clients today talk to me about that very thing. Wanted to see a video from the bare slab and going through the trim and through the whole 9 yards step by step to make a cab out of it.
Mm-hmm.
People like that stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
I've got a video on my website that does that, and my YouTube channel. I think it's like 6 videos though. I've got it broken down into steps.
Heck yeah.
Because I was doing that by myself. They're so unprofessional. Like at one point, like my camera falls over, and I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
I love it.
But it is, step by step, because I don't know how to speed them up. You know what I mean? So it's just real time, all the way across down the line. Yeah, I agree with that, Jeff. Get some Kayamoto or Laguna, Purple Passion.
Man, I've been looking at the prices of that stuff on Highland Park. Wow, $135 a pound for some of it.
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
Coyamito.
Yeah.
I
Group
ain't
homes
doing
for
that.
intelligently disabled adults that I take rock. What? I'm confused. Um, yeah, I would love to see how you do your caps, Scott. Um, especially with those extra long dop sticks and all of that stuff. Oh, take rock hounding with you. Okay. Yep. Um, and it's funny because I like watching other people make cabs too, um, just to see the different styles and the different ways because we all do it slightly differently. Like
Yep.
I mean, it's pretty basic. You do this, this, and this, and this, right? It's pretty basic, but everybody has a slightly different way of doing it.
Right,
So,
right. And you
yeah,
know something? There's really no right or wrong. It's what works for you. I mean, there's a
yes,
particular outcome we're all looking for that's pretty well standardized, but how you get there
right,
is kind of personalized.
absolutely, absolutely.
See, the sides have to be a certain way because of silversmithing.
If
Right.
you're
Okay.
selling to
But
sellers,
the
yeah,
face
Right.
can be whatever your mind can
Yeah.
come up with. I don't see anybody carving cabs in America. Why? Like the face of cabs. Why doesn't anybody carve the front of cabs?
I
some
think
do,
because
some
there's not a
people
big
do.
demand for it.
Yeah, some people do that, but that's you. You're right. That's usually coming from overseas when people do that.
Hmm.
Um, but I've seen a lot of people buy those too and wrap them. You know, do wraps with them. I personally, I wouldn't do it just because then I got to try and polish it too, and those little tiny crevices and like nah,
Right.
nah.
Wayne's World
I'd
spending.
Yeah.
rather I'd rather be cutting another cab than
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
take a toothpick and a Dremel to try and polish that little crevice of where I carved. You know what I mean?
Well, and I've watched that process by some people, and they use like 6 different little bitty wheels, and they're getting
Yeah,
down in there and going back, and you go over it, and then you go over all of those crevices again.
yep,
So it's basically the same step we use for cabs,
yeah,
only a lot more time consuming and
yeah,
tedious. And I'm like,
Yeah,
wow.
right.
the
I
finished
don't have
products
time for
for
that.
like real carvers,
Yeah,
they use. I mean, it's literally like a needle head with
yeah,
different
Right.
grits on it, and they go in there just little tiny bit, and they do the whole. It's crazy.
yep.
It's
Well, that's
crazy
what when we
precision.
had Kevin Sikakuku
Yeah,
on,
Hmm.
that's what he was saying. You know, he uses all these tiny little bits and he does this and he does that, and then he uses toothpicks for certain things and
Yeah.
he uses this and like, yeah, you know, y'all have fun with that. I love
No,
it.
I'm a
It's
hammer guy,
beautiful
right?
and I love your work. But yeah, no, I'll be over here doing my thing. You know,
Uh,
you need a bigger hammer kind of guy.
yeah, I just want
Yeah,
something I can hold in my hand. Don't give
right,
me this.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, and especially as I don't know if you have this problem, Dave or Brad. Um, I doubt Ryan and Andrew do yet because they're not as old as we are. But I'm starting to get arthritis in my hand.
Very much.
So
Yeah.
holding those little
Right.
tiny can get very painful
And
after a
and
certain amount
shaking.
of time,
The older I
right?
get, the more my hands shake. Less
Yes.
less steady than I used to be.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. See what you have to look forward to, you guys? Um, but
I don't know.
I'll
My
keep
fingers
going as long
cramp
as I
for
can.
sure.
Oh, I.
The woman I follow who goes by Carved Moldavite. Her videos are super cool. Okay.
I've
Machinery
seen
guy.
some of
That's
them.
why I can handle working on the lapidary equipment. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're pretty smart too, Scott. So, you know, um,
I don't have arthritis, but I tell you what, you sit there and cut agates for 3 hours on a live show.
dude,
Oh, yeah.
It's
Your hands
tough.
are going to be
I was
cramped.
Yeah,
watching your
that's tough.
hands last night and I'm like, his hands have got to be at some
Yeah,
point
see, I wasn't
hurting.
expecting it. We bought those coconuts, and last time we got them, there was a lot of geodes in there, so they weren't that hard. That last batch was 90% agates,
Oh, really?
and they
Oh,
were like,
wow.
so I was having to turn cut them
Yeah, yeah,
all of them. So my hands were tired when we were done yesterday,
I
for
bet.
sure.
I bet.
That one day for Thanksgiving, I spent 10 and a half hours out here in my shop. But there's no way, not with my hands and my neck and everything.
Right.
You're spending some time doing this and then you're getting away from that and doing something else. So all of that rests in between. I would never make it as having to do lapidary for someone like I see people working in some of these lapidary shops, I'd never make it through a day of that.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I have to, because now I've got the arthritis in my neck too. So if I'm cabbing, like every 2 hours, I got to stop and take a break, or I'm getting a massive migraine from the arthritis in my neck. I just can't. So it's
exactly why we don't do large orders for people.
Rocks, an hour of doing something else, then I can go back for another couple hours. But I got to be real careful with it these days.
I got a TV right up there in the shop. Sometimes I'll just kick back against something and watch TV for 30 minutes. Just arch the back, go different directions, just take that break. Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes it's good to rest your brain from what you're doing too, especially when you're hyper focused. Like, has anybody been working a material you never worked before and gotten through like almost all the way through polish and realized you got a scratch in there?
I hate that.
And then had to go back and redo it all.
I have to go take 5.
Yes.
If I it's only happened to me twice, but I got through all the way through a second time through polish and still had a scratch.
Oh my
and
God.
had to set it down and go think
walk
about
away
what I needed to do for a second.
What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
I had one lay up here on top of my counter for, I don't know, a good year and a half, because I went through it twice and it still had scratches, and it made me so mad I tossed it up there and I wouldn't touch it.
Right.
I finally finished it here about 6 months ago.
Nice.
See, Andrew's the opposite, dude. He will sit there and wear out a black wheel. Just straight up wear it out, working on a piece of agate until he gets it. He don't care.
Right.
He don't care. And I'm like, dude, you got to go back to the 80. And he's just like, no. I was like,
All right.
not changing shit.
That's great.
I have actually seen people on some of the Facebook groups talk about that they wore out an 80 grit because they couldn't get rid of a scratch, and everybody's telling them the same thing. We're looking at this scratch and it's like, dude, that's an 80 grit scratch you've got there. Yeah, you're going to wear out 2 or 3 wheels trying to get rid of that.
Trying to get rid of that.
Yeah.
I try them off.
People don't realize you have to be so soft on an 80. You have to be so soft. Like if you're just shaping, there's not pushing. You know what I mean? You're dragging.
Yeah.
You're just barely dragging, trying to get shape.
Yeah.
And I'm not that guy.
I don't. I start
when I write at work, I take notes all day long, and I find myself I'm pushing like this on like this. I don't have that ability to be really soft with things, and so I have to really train myself to remember what I'm doing. Because I'm sitting there, I want to do this on the wheel.
Right.
I found out that Nova started making 100 grit soft wheel.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really interested in that.
I might have to order one just to try it.
Instead of, because we use an 80 hard wheel.
Yeah, I see. I took my 80 off years ago and switched to 100. I go 100.
I keep it for shaping for agates.
Yeah, I use 100 for that.
Soft?
I do 100 hard, 280, 600, 1200, 3000, 14,000.
Novas have such good backing that I can get straight lines with 100 soft easy. I could for shaping.
Yeah, and that's what I want to see. Like, yeah, I'll order one and see.
Well, hopefully you hate it and you can just send it to me when you're done.
You got to dry them off in between wheels and make sure they're completely dry, because if you do still have scratches left, it's going to pop out white, right? And yes, absolutely, Ryan, I will. I will. If I don't like it,
I was just being silly.
If I don't like it, I'll send it to you. But yeah, I'll order one and see. Why not?
It doesn't matter if you cab all white material.
Richardson.
Well, that's where it's a little bit more difficult, right?
You can't
Because
see the sucker.
I had some white magnesite that I was cabbing, and yeah, it was very difficult to see if there was scratches in that because it is white. So
well, and I don't know if you saw, I did some white petrified wood.
A
couple of pop sockets that I made was the same way. I mean, you can't tell. You think you're done, and I was actually putting the socket on it, getting ready to glue it up, and somehow just the right angle come across, and I saw a shadow of a scratch in there. Otherwise, you can't hardly see them.
Right. Scott, are you saying that Nova has a 60 and a 140 soft?
Yeah.
Really?
They have a 60 grit soft?
A 60 seems excessive.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't have to buy wheels this year because I haven't cut as much as I normally do. Really? Well, I'll have to check it out. I'll have to look and see. I would never use something as aggressive as a 60 because like I said, even on agates, I just start at 100.
I think we should do another 140.
Well, you know,
That's interesting that they would go with the 60.
Yeah.
Down on since our cab king.
Well, and I'm puzzled
I'm
because
looking
I
at it right
see
now.
guys
If
say
we're
they're
doing
doing their
it on
80 and doing 220
Right.
and then going back to like a 60 grit soft. And that doesn't make any
That
sense.
doesn't
to me,
make
but
sense.
It's
Why
some
would
new
you do
technique
that?
that some guys are using in it. I don't know. It didn't make any sense.
No, that doesn't make
Huh.
sense. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I will do
Yeah,
some
Jaws, I just found out about it yesterday, so I'm sure they're not on the website yet. They're coming out.
Yeah, he said he's looking at it right now on Suva Lapidary Supply website.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Did you guys hear that they're coming
hard.
out with a 100 grit wheel?
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I just found out yesterday that they're
Okay.
going to start producing 100 grit
I
knowledge.
got you.
So they've been doing the 60
But
and
they do
80,
a
but now they're going to
60
add
Yeah,
and
100.
no, the
Okay.
60, 80,
Alright.
the 140, yeah.
Okay.
When did they start doing that?
I don't know about those. They must have been out
Interesting.
already. 60 seems
Maybe I
ridiculous.
just because 60 does, yeah. Soon to come. Okay.
Yes.
But 140,
yeah.
140 is a good wheel grit. So
You know, I have a
Yeah.
60 for my flat lap. I can't imagine what it would do to anything I was trying to cab on my as far as a wheel. A 60 grit? Wow.
Yeah, that seems
I mean,
a
that's
little.
yeah, I could see 60 grit being good for like if you do a lot of backing.
Right,
And you
exactly.
need to just flatten
Yeah.
things real quick. A
Yep.
60 is really quick. It creates abrasion, so the glue
Right.
sticks more, you know. But
Right. But a 140 centered isn't soft, right? It's just
yeah, I'm not a
Yeah,
fan of
so,
centered,
I'm
man.
not a fan of
$500
centered
for a wheel.
I
No
love
way.
my centered wheels. I've got 4 of them. I
Let's
would
buy
never
2
go back
wheels
to
instead of
plated.
buying a new cab machine. You must. No way. No way.
Now I got
Yeah,
know
you get
something.
what you
I buy
pay
the
for.
Kingsley
That's
North.
expensive.
Really
If I was a
great
billionaire,
wheel.
I wouldn't use centered. I don't like them.
You buy
I
the
love
Kingsley
mine.
North what?
I buy the Kingsley North. They're heirloom centered wheels, and you get them for $225 a piece for an 8-inch wheel, and they're 6 millimeter of diamond on that. And so far, I love them. I mean, they'll last me the rest of my life. And that's really a big thing about the centered wheels and they are a little bit more aggressive. Or some people think, back and forth. I love mine, but they last so much longer for the money that I pay for them.
Right.
Do you ever notice a change in how they work?
I haven't so far. No. Well, okay. I shouldn't say that. So I'll show you this.
That's
in
the
a while,
complaint I've heard from a lot of people is they're not so consistent.
Okay, they are
really?
consistent if you use the right tools. So
I use that for blades. I get it.
Right. So silicon carbide. So what happens with those, because of the way they're made, they'll kind of get a little plugged up, and so you just take and run one of these over it for about 10, 15 seconds. Cleans all of that right out of there, and you're cutting just like new again. And they also have a really heavier grit. I use the 400 grit. Works on that. Matter of fact, I have one of these that's made out of aluminum oxide that I use on my soft wheels.
Better wear a mask.
Exactly the same thing. Well, you're not leaving it on there long enough. It just coming
fair
off
enough.
and you're done. Yeah.
I just
you're not
know the
leaving it on there.
aluminum is really bad for your lungs. It's
Yep.
really
Right.
bad for your lungs.
Yep. No, I use it on a wet wheel. You're just putting it on there
fair
for like
enough.
5 seconds. It cleans all of the oxidation and everything off of it, opens that wheel back up, and you're ready to go. Really good thing too. While I'm thinking of that, a lot of guys complain and say, "Oh, I got a wheel that got a grit from another wheel, and I don't know how to get it off." Use that aluminum oxide stick on there, and it will clean that off of there. And as your water's going through, it'll throw that off.
Right on.
Interesting.
Now, right there.
10 to 12 years on the centered. How much cutting are you doing, like on a weekly basis, to have a wheel to last 10 to 12 years?
Yeah, because I mean, if you're a 50 to 60 cab a week person, I can't see anything lasting 10
Yeah,
to 12
me
years.
either. Yeah, if I was still cabbing like I used to.
Maybe if you're cabbing onyx or calcite.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I've talked to guys who do that high volume stuff. Said they've had their wheels last 8 and 10 years.
Wow.
Wow.
It's the type of resin and everything that they're set in and the way that they're designed.
Right.
And so
They're
you always
just so
have diamond.
heavy.
They
Yeah,
are
they're just
heavy.
so
Yeah.
I just
So
and like we talked about, I mean, yeah, you have to put them.
yeah, I put them on the inside.
Right.
Yep. Put them next
And
to that bearing.
that just puts everything out of order for me, and I just can't do that. 10 to 20 a week. Okay. Yeah. So when I was really cutting before I opened the store, I was doing 30 to 50 a week, and my hope is to get back to doing that.
My hands hurt just thinking about
But
that.
that's a decent amount. Yeah. Yeah, you would have to put it on the inside, or it would throw your machine off balance, right?
And so what some guys are doing now, they're going the 80, going the 220, and then they'll go their 600 and their 1200, and they'll come back and put the other two on the other end. So they're going
Right.
on this way, then they come back and finish over here.
Right. No,
I go like this.
I gotta go like that. That's right.
Yes.
That's the OCD in us. Like I can't even.
Yeah, we do 80, 220, 280, 600, 1200, 3000, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Okay. Nice.
And then I have that little machine over here, the 6-inch, that I'm actually going to get a couple of soft wheels for. I want to do the 8K and the 14K and the 50, just to say I did, just to try it.
Right. Jeff wants to know what would we each recommend as far as a cabbing machine?
CB8.
For the money, right? Brian's always going to go with the Highland Park, but they're expensive and they don't come with wheels.
Right, and I was going to say, let's talk about the money situation.
Well,
Yeah, but you could
Yeah.
throw it off of a 4-story
Right.
building and walk downstairs and pick it up and bring it back inside and turn it on and use it.
No, you
Right.
can't.
Now,
Because if you throw it off of a 4-story building, it's going to hit somebody, and the police are going to be waiting for you when you get down
yeah,
there
you're
and
going
come
to
back
jail.
up.
Well, then guess what? The homeless guy is going to walk down the street and pick
There
it up
you
and plug
go.
it in and he'll use it, okay?
You'll have a job.
Personally, Jeff, I like my Cab Kings. A lot of people say the Easy Cab.
I like my
I
easy
love
cab.
the
Yep.
Easy
I
Cab.
love my Cab Kings. I've got 2 of them.
Yeah.
I've had one.
I'm not going to lie. Kingsley
6
North
years.
just
I
put
love
out
it.
a banger of a product.
Oh yeah.
Their new cab machine is
Yep.
amazing. We've hands-on with them, and they're great.
Really?
for
That's what I was
real.
going to say. Let's talk about money, versus how
Exactly,
much
right.
you're paying
So
for the
cost,
bigger ones.
right?
Kingsley North has an affordable machine. And honestly, Johnson Brothers Lapidary has a $9.95 machine that's a 6-inch with their wheels on it, is actually a good solid machine. So, money, that's kind of what we have to look at. There are several machines out there,
Right.
depending on what you want to
And
pay.
even the machines that come with wheels, it depends on what wheels you want, right?
Right,
So like
right.
any cab machine I buy, it doesn't matter whether it comes with wheels or not. I'm going to put Novas on it because those are the wheels that I like, right?
Yeah, so
Um,
Jaws, I'm not talking about the Lord Tone from Kingsley. I know the one you're talking about though. Kingsley
Okay.
North just came out with
Talking
their
about
own
their
brand
Cabber
of
their
cab
Cabber
machines, and they're all stainless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
separate
those are
motors.
nice looking, and
They're
they're
really nice.
Yeah.
comparative price wise to the Cab King. And the Cab King, the only thing about the Cab King that I don't like is it does have some plastic parts, where I would prefer.
I don't
the
like
Richard and
stainless
Mike over
steel.
there at Kingsley North know what they're doing. They definitely know what they're doing.
That's a nice looking machine they got there.
And they have a 6 and an 8-inch. They have
Yeah,
2 different
Right.
machines.
Yep.
Right.
there's
And it's a
6s.
nice looking machine. I've seen the photos of it.
So
And I
there's
I
It
like
feels
the
like
Easy
the Easy
Cab
Cab
enough.
did.
I like the Easy Cab enough that I'm actually selling the Easy Cab now.
I like that
I
idea.
think it's a good built machine for the cost.
Now, see, that puts me in a real tough place because you're my friend and I'm friends with Vince already. And you both
Hey.
sell the Easy Cab.
No,
Yes,
it's good, Dave, because I'm selling 4 vents.
Oh, awesome then. Good deal.
Yeah, I'm
Because
selling 4 vents. I'm working with Vince on selling them.
Oh, that's
There you go.
really good.
There you
That's right.
go.
He's almost local to you. He's right over there the other side of Ogden.
He's in Heber. He's only 45 minutes from me.
Okay, so check.
Oh, is he
so
up there?
check
Okay,
this
I thought
out.
he was on the other way. Okay.
On the Kingsley North machine, you can get it either with their wheels or you can get it with Nova wheels.
Yes. Yep.
So I think that's awesome, right? So they're giving you a choice of what wheels you want on it, which I think
Now,
is beautiful.
is Kingsley North now doing their own soft wheels, or are they using the Johnson Brothers?
Yep. Yep. No, they do their own wheels.
They do
It's theirs.
their own,
Really?
And they're about to come out with their own Nova-esque wheels too. So.
Nova-esque.
So,
Mm.
so their wheels versus the Johnson Brothers.
Kingsley.
Yeah, all day
Kingsley?
long.
Okay.
Oh
All
yeah,
day.
they're amazing, dude. They're
Okay.
for the
I
price,
didn't even know they were doing them yet.
their blades, their wheels. They just came out with the first side plate, cerium oxide side plate for a CB8
Nice.
or an 8-inch cab, like a screw-in one.
Right?
Right.
It has
right.
built-in cerium. You literally just get your cab wet,
I want one
get
of
the
those.
plate wet,
Yes.
and work it.
Yep,
That's
I want
cool.
one of
I
those.
have
That's
the
awesome.
prototype. I have the first one ever made.
Well, and they've been
Dude,
selling an
You
actual
need to
wheel
tell them to
wheel
start
for a
sending me
while.
some of this
Yeah.
stuff. Sharon says she's Diamond Pacific, right? She's a DP fan. She's got
Hold
her
on,
Genie
I can't
third
say
hand,
anything.
still
I can't
running
say anything.
strong. What?
I can't say anything. Their quality in everything has
No,
been
they're
fantastic
everything
that I've
DP
gotten.
does
I
is that
can't
way.
say
Yeah,
anything.
absolutely. The only
Paid
reason
for
I don't
steel
like the
and
DP
for them.
cabbing machines is because I don't like the water spritzing up. I want a fresh
Fresh water.
drip. I want
Right.
fresh drip water down. That's the only reason I didn't get a Genie.
Okay, so
Um,
in the beginning they did that because top feds had really bad reps about clogging in the beginning of lapidary, and they were hard to fix. So they
Okay.
started coming out with the bottom feed system because you
Right.
just unplug that thing and do whatever you need to without having to disassemble your whole machine to look
Right.
at it.
Right. Yeah, and that makes sense, but I don't like you. I don't know. I just don't like using the recycled water. I want my water fresh.
No, me too. I'm with you.
So,
I
we
agree.
use 3
But-
different buckets.
yeah,
The bucket
right?
for fresh water only ever has fresh water in it.
Yeah,
ever.
mine too.
So
Yeah, mine too. I use 3 buckets too. One for the dirty, one for the fresh, and then I have one that I fill my fresh in that also only ever has fresh in it.
I'm not gonna lie, man. If
'Cause I
it was a
can't- I
money
can't
thing,
pump
it
5
would
gallons of
literally
water.
be a coin flip between the Kingsley North one. I played with easy cabs. I have no problem with them, but
Right.
like I have to have some space. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
The Kingsley North and the CB8 are definitely the two I would pick between. if
And
it
that's
was
a good point because with those 2 machines, you can, if you want a 6-inch wheel on it versus the 8-inch wheel, you can mix and match on those machines because the arbors are the same. So, like, you have a couple 6-inch wheels on yours, but you also have a couple 8-inch wheels, right?
we have all 6-inch wheels
Okay.
on ours.
Okay. And
And
that
it's
gives you
it's a
all that
8-inch
extra
machine.
room in between your wheels, right? To
Yep.
work some of those bigger cabs because you guys do.
That's
You
how I
swap
can
with
get the
our
curves. That's why I
Yeah.
can get the curves. I was cabbing with it on the 8, and it would take
It's
my knuckle off.
CB, Jeff. It's C is a cat, B is in boy, 8, and that's the Highland Park. That's the one
Highland
that
Park.
Ryan has.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe
you guys, we got
finance
2
around
minutes.
there, bud.
And what's cool about them that we haven't found with anybody else through Highland Park, they do financing. So like you can legit do an entire
Right.
shop and finance it all and just make monthly payments, and the stuff pays for itself.
Right.
Regardless
So-
of credit status either.
Yeah, they don't care about your credit
Mhm.
at all.
Yeah.
So
As long
They'll
as you
just
make
come
the
reload
payments.
if you're
Yeah.
not paying it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Now I'm
Yeah,
telling you
right.
though, their interest rate is. I decided
Not
to
if
buy
your
a-
credit's
yeah.
decent, but if it's bad, it's still not bad. It's like 13% if you have horrible credit. It's not
Yeah.
like 21 or 25.
They
Yeah, it's
wanted
not like- it's
26%,
not like a credit
and I have a
card.
428
No.
credit
No.
score.
420.
I have. I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
I'm sorry,
locked in
820,
from the
828
start.
credit score, and
Okay,
they
he
wanted.
said
Yeah,
428.
I said
was like,
428.
damn,
Oh,
Dave.
and I'm like, wow, and I backed out. I
doesn't
just
make
went ahead and put it
sense.
on my own credit card. I said no.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that is exorbitant.
Yeah.
Wait, do you guys hear that?
Ding, 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 ding.
Turn the bell on. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to. Turn the bell on to make sure that you guys are getting notifications for the show.
You better.
Please. And share it out.
I'll know if you didn't.
When we say again, Andrew?
He said, "I'll know if you didn't," and then just hard mean mug the camera.
I'll
And I was
hunt
like,
you down. But yeah, share it out to anybody. You know, when we post the link for next week, share it out to all your people. Share out the groups, join the pages, do all that good stuff for us. We'd
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it.
Totally.
And we will see you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Love you guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
See ya.